Right. Okay. I think we're going. Let's see. What are people saying on Discord? Oh, that is my stream key. Let's not send. Let's not send my stream key on Discord. That would not be good. Okay. What? Where's general chat? Nothing's happening in general chat. I'll leave that open there. Okay. I've not built a computer before. So let's jump right into it, shall we? Now, my understanding is step the first is going to be to... Hi, Mr. Pullman, how you going? Can you hear me? My mic is further away than it would usually be. Am I loud enough? Just move some of these parts. Easier reach. Holy lag. Uh-oh. Oh, don't tell me my internet's being... You're right. My internet is not up to par. Oh, it's good now? Look, I'll tell you what, before we have properly started, I'm going to restart my router. Sometimes that helps it for just a little bit. So the stream's going to go down for like maybe a minute, then I'll be back. Where are we? The router's not plugged in. The router is not in fact plugged in. I'm connected to the next room's Wi-Fi. Let's plug in the router and see if that helps. Oh, a bit of a squeeze to get behind my desk to the PowerPoint. Alright, that's going to take a minute to start up, and hopefully after that our bitrate improves. If I hit start recording as well, why not? Just so that I've got the high resolution video on my end. Seems like a shrewd idea. So, where's my power supply? There it is. My understanding is, if I plug this into the wall, is there anything on here that can dox me? Hold on. Nah, we're good. Okay. My understanding is, first thing we can do, plug this into the wall without turning it on. And that's going to let it actually be grounded. And then I can touch it to ground myself and make sure there's no static charges to any of my parts, because that would be very upsetting if I were to somehow fry something that way. It's unlikely, but it's one of those like nightmare scenarios that you just do what you can to avoid. So how are you, Pullman? That's hefty. There's nothing inside here that can dox me either. Doesn't look like. Doing a full build. Yes, that's the plan. Now, I do need to be out of here in a bit under an hour and a half. So we might not get all the way through in one sitting, but I'm going to get as far as I can. My lighting setup is a little improvised. I've understood that I need to work on lighting. Ishan, hey, how you going? Am I loud enough? Pullman didn't answer that. The fact that he answered my questions means I probably am loud enough, but I will ask again. Am I loud enough on the stream for you guys to hear me? Because my microphone's further away than usual. I can turn it up. Kermit, how you going? Jolly, okay, Jolly, how you going? I'm glad you told me that, because I do remember that being your alt account now that you've said it, but I would have totally forgotten. Sorry, I got an ad. Okay, no, yeah, let's not be silly. I'm turning off ads. I was like, yeah, why wouldn't I have ads? That's a good reason why I wouldn't have ads, because there's going to be like 3 people watching. I'm going to make 2 cents, and it's going to make those 3 people's experience worse. Let's turn off ads. Where are we? Manage? Exit stream. No, don't exit stream. Channel level settings, such and such, monetization off, save. There we go. Okay, no more ads. We're good. I apologize. I didn't mean to farm you like that. Well, I did, but then I regretted it. So I apologize. Alrighty. You there. Oh, this is a nice little case. For something that's just going to get thrown out. Probably. I don't know. I'm a sucker for keeping cases and boxes that are nice even though they have absolutely nothing to go in them. Gonna be so peak. Hell yeah. Yeah, I was just saying, Jolly, I've only got maybe an hour and a half tops, and then I've got to go to soccer. So we'll see how far we get. And if I don't finish, we'll come back after soccer and see how we go. Oh, that's a lovely case. That's a lovely... Why would you put it in a case? It doesn't need to go in and out. It stays in the computer for it. Whatever. I'll hold on to it. Alright. Jolly, how seriously do you take grounding yourself while you're doing a build? I'm going to take it seriously because I would cry if I managed to somehow fry one of my parts with static electricity. I'm just curious. 3 to 4 hours, including Windows install. Okay, I've got Windows already on a drive to be installed, and that can go while I'm away, but we might not get that far. I ground myself with a clip. I've heard of a clip. I don't have a clip. I'm just going to try to remember to touch my power supply every 10-15 minutes, maybe more often. Here's a tip: when doing the motherboard, put the motherboard on the box since it's static proof. Then also put everything that goes on the motherboard on before you put the motherboard in the case. Good tip. I will be following that. I have heard mixed... There's some screws here. I've heard mixed advice on well, not so much mixed advice, but like I know that you can delay putting the fan on if it's going to get in the way of screwing the motherboard in properly. But I don't think that's going to be an issue with my case. I'll just try and suss it out before I right before I put the fan on, whether or not that's going to be the way to go. Sorry, I just got... Oh, that's not updating. Why is my phone... Huh. Okay, you guys are going to lose video for a second from up here at... No, never mind. No, you're not. I should answer that. Hold on. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Give me 2 seconds. Stop. Yes. Is this the mute button? It was my brother sorting out Christmas presents, helping me get something. So that's very nice, very nice. Let me set this back up. Handy little thing. Oh wow, I'm losing battery fast on my phone though. We'll see how long that lasts. Oh. That connected before I meant for it to. Where were we? We were about here. Okay. We'll put the motherboard on the static proof bag. Sorry, if there's a bag, I will for sure be doing that. Okay, okay, so this is switched off. Good, good. There's a sticker about the smart fan over the power supply. The chat on stream is not updating. Let me fix that real quick. There you go. Okay, there's a little sticker in the way of me plugging this in, telling me about the fan. Oh wait, that's designed to make it easy to take off. Lovely. Okay, let's try and keep a tidy workspace as we go. Hide all the mess off camera. So if I plug this in without turning it on, I should be good. Where are we? Alright, so I'm grounded, no? You can just live right there. Alright, so now I'm getting out the motherboard, I think. Unless someone corrects me. It's all power supply related. That's rubbish. Grounded, lovely. I wish I could build a PC. I got so close, but then RAM prices went up and I ran into other things needed to buy and just reset and think I'm gonna use my laptop. Dude, it's brutal. I'm sorry to hear that. The same thing I bought right after the RAM prices went up, and I figure, so like these, wait, check I'm not doxing myself. No stickers with my address on them? Nah, okay, cool. This ran me, what did this run me? This was like 400 Australian dollars, mind you, so less than, you know, 400 American dollars, but golly goodness, 430 actually. Man, is that a tough pill to swallow? Buy early, don't wait. Yes. Yeah, I agree. It's only going to keep going up. I'm not an expert. This is not financial advice. But data centers aren't going anywhere. Oh, Jolly says don't buy. Interesting. Why is that, Jolly? Cool, good form. Grab it out and then check that I haven't doxed myself. Perfect. They will resupply. Maybe. This could be a little higher up, I think. I suppose, yeah, I don't know anything. I've got absolutely no insider knowledge. This is the fin for the Wi-Fi or something, I think. None of my computers have ever had that. So, Aren't you pretty? Alright, so there is in fact not a static proof bag. My $100 RAM kit is going for $6.99. Holy do wait, that's the bag I was yapping about? What bag? Oh, like the oh, of course, yes. Okay, I'm with you. I was looking for something nice and fabric like this, but that makes more sense. Yep, plastic. Checks out. In the box. No. Stream's a bit laggy. Has the Wi-Fi started back up? Let me plug into Ethernet now. May make it better, may make it worse. Oh wait, if I plug into Ethernet, there's every chance that my phone camera disconnects. If all current companies go AI exclusive, will maybe pop up to capitalize on the gaming industry. Something will maybe pop up. Oh, is this not? There we go, that's better. Maybe more brands will pop up to capitalize on the gaming industry. I hope so. That would be ideal. How do I access the motherboard slot or the CPU slot? I don't want to tug on anything I'm not supposed to tug on. Has the leg smoothed out? Now, oh, one bar, amazing. Maybe, but gaming profits aren't really the same as AI profits. AI makes so much more. Yes, that's unfortunately the reality of things. We need basically a good faith actor to be coming along and solving our problems out of the goodness of their heart. Fingers crossed. We've got a little disc. I'm guessing that this disc has like drivers on it, but I don't think I've got a DVD drive. Fortunately, my drivers are already on a USB. So I'm going to set that aside. Prepare the components. All right. Install key components. Install the CPU. Do not remove the PNP cap before the CPU is properly installed. No doubt, no doubt. There's a QR code I can scan, but that's not very helpful when my phone is operating as my camera. AI is just here to screw us over. Yep, sure. There's a latch you need to lift. Yes, I see the latch. The latch is under something. If I slip it out to the right, oh yeah, that's nice. Oh, now what? Back to the manual. Oh, that's it. Oh, okay. Okay, no doubt, no doubt. Let's... Since when do gamers read instructions? Since they spent $2,000 on parts that they don't want to break. That is the one scenario where you can convince me. I think currently just buying a pre-built is the better option, but in the coming months, I hope that building your own PC will become cheaper. That honestly might be true. If you're stressing, just read Linus Tech Tips. Yes, I did see that video, and Tech. What case are you building in? That's a great question. What's it called? It's Thermaltake. View 170 TGA RGB, I think it's called. I was facing completely the opposite. View 170 TGA RGB from Thermaltake, I think is the name of the actual case. It's one of those ones with the glass panel that goes around two sides. Looked kind of nice, but really I got it because it was cost effective and well rated.
The original last guide you'll ever need will
there you
stay
go.
up, but there's some new stuff.
Okay, this is all about picking parts, I guess. Unboxing and installing the CPU. Okay, cool.
While you're focused on building.
Step 3. Motherboard and CPU install, aka the delicate part. We'll start by unboxing our motherboard and placing it on top of its box. A convenient and free static safe surface. If you want to power on your system before you put it in the case, which I highly recommend, you'll want to use the box. It pulls double duty by letting you slot in a GPU, which wouldn't be possible if the motherboard was flat on a desk or an anti-static mat. Now, your motherboard may have one of two socket types as of today. The quickly vanishing pin grid array, or PGA, where the pins are all on the CPU, or the near ubiquitous LAN grid array, or LGA, where the pins are on the motherboard. Why is this important? Because if your motherboard is LGA, you need to inspect the pins before you do anything else.
Do you have AMD or Intel? I've got AMD for the CPU. Okay, this is... Oh, wait, how did you open it?
To insert Intel for it. Numerous pin contact someone else. Regardless of particularly contains you want to pay pins at all, but if your instrument. But the short will need to be working light with the cooler. But then screws
Oh my goodness.
metal.
Yeah, I did in fact send you a picture.
Around the socket with the CPU already clipped to the cooler. With the pins visible.
Wait, what? He just lifted something straight off. I thought it was meant to like fold up. He just like went straight up. No, that's not. Am I meant to just lift this? Just 2 days ago on Best Buy. Wait, why does this keep... Am I minimizing this by mistake? There we go. Oh no, loading Circuit of Doom. I saw a laptop with an RTX 4060 and 16 gigabytes of RAM for $800. Did not realize the 40 series laptops got so cheap. Yeah, well, the 4060 in particular is very much budget, is my understanding. So you get a big jump. So like, that's why I keep seeing these things where it's like, oh, get your powerful gaming computer on a budget. These ads keep coming up on my feed. And so it's like, there's $1,000 PC and you go, oh, that's pretty good. And then you look closer and it's a 3060 in there and it's got 16 gigabytes of RAM and it's got like 1 terabyte of storage. And it's like, I see how you made that price point happen. One came up, but I got a different brand when I did this. And I'm going to butcher this name, I'm sorry. Mabrurime. I do not know. But yo dude yourself, how you going, man? Hope you're doing well. I'm stuck on what should be trivially easy, but we're we're gonna look up how to do this. How to open CPU latch.
How to remove the Intel CPU from your system. So, first thing you want to do is to remove the cooler. Now, we'll link over a guide on how to
Yeah, no problem.
lose that.
Oh.
The CPU in place, you just push this down, unlatch.
What? He just did this and it came... That hardly seems fair. B650M. Look, I'm looking up the specific motherboard. You need to apply pressure? No, there's like an actual piece of plastic that's stopping it from moving further back. Unless I need to come further out? Nah. Maybe I'm just the stupidest man on earth. It's possible. It's possible. Just wait till Brad has to seat the RAM. Oh no. No. B650M CPU install. What's going on so far? I'm apparently stupid is what we found out so far, because this little latch where the CPU is going to go in, I cannot open it. Bro, what's going on? I don't want to do something wrong. I don't want to push something I'm not supposed to push. Okay, cool. Oh, you lift it by hand. I was taught, it says not to do that. It says not to remove the PMP cap by hand. Okay, fine, yep. There we go. Good work, everyone. Good work, we got it. Oh dear, I don't know if any of the numbers on this box can be traced to the specific order that I placed, so you're not seeing the CPU box. You can see the CPU directly when I pull it out. There we go, there you have it. It's a 7700. The lighting sucks, but you can trust me. Would I lie to you? There's a hair on it, on the plastic, not on the thing itself. That's alright. You lock in. Don't bend it too far back, you're gonna break it. I've not applied any pressure. I will continue to not. I lifted mine by hand but didn't follow this advice. Okay. Stuck an opening in the CPU. What? Oh, yeah, stuck on. Sorry, I chose a poor font. I'm gonna BC specs. So far, we've got the B650M motherboard. We've gotten that from Asus because I heard that certain manufacturers have had issues with blowing up your processor. I literally just sit this in, right? Hold on. Let me watch what he does in the video.
Worry, because it doesn't matter. The AM5 installation process is exactly the same. CPUs come packaged in a little plastic case for protection during shipping. If we open this up, the top part of the CPU, the silver part with the writing on it, that's called the integrated heat spread.
Yeah, I'm not.
Those are designed to fit into those little notches on the edges of the CPU. Alright, so to make sure our CPU goes into the socket the right way, we just have to make sure the triangle and notches of the CPU line up with the triangle and bump outs on the socket. In this case, it's going to go in just like this. Now we're going to get ready to lower the CPU down into the socket. You want to try to go straight down, keeping the back of the CPU parallel with the socket so all the contacts touch the pins at the same time. That way you're not putting any excessive loads on certain pins. We're going to go straight down and gently set it into the socket. It shouldn't take any force or pressure whatsoever. Just let gravity do its work. Sometimes I like to give it a very gentle little wiggle just to make sure everything's seated properly because you can tell from just looking at it from above.
Now we can put the CPU load plate back down over the CPU. If you're using a brand new
That's going to
board,
automatically
it's
pop out the
connected
plastic
upper
for me,
right
isn't it?
right here. Don't worry about trying to remove it, because it's going to come off on its own as soon as we close the socket. We're going to start to push the retention arm back down, and remember, it has to fit underneath that little side clip to make sure it stays down. So we press it all the way down, and at the bottom, we're going to slide it in towards the socket and under that clip, and let go. That's it, the CPU is officially installed, but it's not ready to start working yet. Next, you're going to need to install a cooler, and that may involve applying your own thermal paste, depending on the model you go with. If you need help
This is
installing coolers or applying
spooky.
thermal paste,
I feel like this should be... How, like, is this supposed to feel like it's got tension from the get-go? By the way, first like, oh, thank you very much. Sensitive missionary. Did this guy look like he had pressure on it?
down over the CPU. If you're using a brand new board, it's probably going to have a retention arm back down. And remember, it has to fit underneath that little side clip to make sure it stays down. So we press it all the way down, and at the bottom, we're going to slide it in towards the socket.
Yeah, it looks like there's a fair bit of pressure. Okay, we're good, we're good. Okay, but that feels wrong. This should, like, be properly over the top of that, shouldn't it? Don't be afraid to put pressure. Okay, cool. Good to know. Even with, like, I'm worried about pushing the motherboard itself into the table, but... Okay, we're in. We are in. One part installed. Lovely. Good work, everyone. What's this sticker, by the way? Is this a sticker? Or is that just a label? I don't know. What's next? Next is the memory. Alright. I've heard... Now that you guys have hyped this step up, grown up Lego. Grow up Legos take pressure. Oh, grown up Legos. Apparently, I'm illiterate today as well. Alright. Now we're getting serious. There only are 2 channels to put the RAM in. Okay, cool. That makes my life easy. Because I know it matters if you've got 4 that you pick the right 2. So I've just got to figure out which way they face. And then it's going to be easy as, right? Need a pit stop. That's real, that's real. Look, it's my first time, and if I mess it up, I'm going to cry. Right here on stream. Oh, they've given me a nice little hole at the back to start my cut from, maybe. Maybe not. There we go. It should be a legal requirement that if you wrap a rectangular box in plastic, you've got to put one of those, they only fit one way. Okay. The pressure will get him second guessing. Okay, do they only fit one way, or do they need pressure? Because now you've got me second guessing already. Already did the scary part. Should be easy from here until the cables. Cables aren't a problem for a guy like me. I'm a professional musician. No, yeah, that should be, as long as they're like clearly labeled. It's like watching Peter make his web shooters. It's Stream gives me deja vu. Oh, were you there for the tokens one, or are you referring to when you built your PC? Hardest part, trust. Okay, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, $430 worth of RAM. Get a load of that. They fit one way, but you have to push them. So, like, they fit... I don't understand how they can both be true, but I'll take your word for it. Okay, so... Linus will help me. RAM.
The ultimate authority for which slots to use will be your motherboard manufacturer. So check
Well,
the manual to
I've only got 2 options and 2 sticks, so not a problem. Can you guys hear when the video is playing?
You never know
Or am
what
I
some engineers
sounding
do
like I'm
with
talking to
one
myself like a
device
crazy
before it's
person?
supposed to be color-coded. But we'll go over the most common configurations anyway. If you look at your motherboard closely, you'll usually see silk-screened labels for the memory channels. On ASUS, for example, DIMM A1, DIMM B1, DIMM A2, and so on.
DIMM
The
A,
letter
DIMM
indicates
B.
which channel the slot is connected to.
Okay, no doubt.
For 2 sticks in dual channel, you'd install each module in the same numbered slot, one in channel A and the second in channel B. Dual channel. Now, we mentioned before that dual channel operation is usually best for consumer PCs. But if your motherboard has only 2 RAM slots, you might have opted for a single large stick today in order to leave room for an upgrade later.
Nope.
Rather than going for 2 smaller sticks adding up to the same capacity that will both need to be replaced if you need to upgrade. This is a totally valid strategy, though you should bear in mind that some newer CPUs in particular...
Okay, cool. Why is the chat so delayed? I do not know. That's an internet issue, I believe. I've got 8,000 kilobits a second. I'm having deep troubles, and I blame Elon Musk. Just make sure the bottom is lined up with the holes, like how it is on one side. The holes? These look symmetrical to me, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, am I crazy? Like there is holes here and here, but it's symmetrical, and these 2 pieces are the same width. So,
If you're willing to make that trade-off, just make sure to indicate it by
configurations with 2 sticks of RAM. Usually, unless you're filling out all the slots, you should leave the slots closest to the CPU empty in order to channel our labels can reflect off of the triple and change from board to board still due to the orientation of the CPU. Again, in this scenario, RTFM. Do not skimp on RTFM. Do it.
Are you still with me? Good. Here's how
Okay,
you
wait.
actually install them.
is there any sensitive information on my screen? Can I share this while I'm... No, yeah, you guys can see what's going on my screen. Let's see.
First, push down the tabs at the ends of the slot that you're installing the memory into. Some boards will have 2 tabs, one on each end, while others will have just one, which can make things a little bit easier if you have clearance issues with a large graphics card. Next, look at the pins on the memory module itself. There will be at least 1 notch, as shown here with DDR4 memory. This is offset from the middle of the module, and there's a matching post in the slot itself so that it can only go in one way. Hold up the module so the notch is aligned with the post, then line up the module with the grooves on.
Why is this chat so delayed? Okay, wait, let me switch off of this before I go into my stream settings in case. Just guess and press it as hard as you possibly can. Have I just got a terrible eye? Is this not symmetrical? Okay, wait. Let me go back to... Firstly, let's see if I can address this stream delay. Live streaming... Settings... I see no... Okay, I can't... Wait, stream settings? Yeah, I think it's just my internet. Monetization on? I turned you off. Get out of here. If it clicks, it's in. Okay. So, ground myself. I'm going to grab one of these suckers. And I'm just going to hold it up and see. That way versus that way. Is it not symmetrical? That way looks like it would fit. That way also looks like it would fit. Guys, what am I? It's symmetrical. Okay, I do have one hint to go off of. Okay, let me... We're breaking the fourth wall with this one, boys. Any second now. And wait, it's this. I'm loosening the wrong thing. Okay. So, this guy, that is like perfectly symmetrical. There, it lines up. Flip it around, and wait. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe that doesn't line up. Anyways, the hint I was going off of was that the metal pins start further away on this side versus here. You see how the metal goes right up to the notch, and on the piece itself, you've got these dots. So I'm thinking, since the dots for the gap extend out this way, that's the way where there aren't metal pins. Does that make sense? Can I get a here on that one? Oh, this is not. Is that Android? Yes. Whatever side has a sticker faces the CPU. Cool. Okay, that confirms what I was thinking. The sticker's on the back. Does that still feels right? Bro, is this your first build? This sure is. So much RAM. Yeah, man, yeah. 32 whole gigabytes. Why is the RAM highly symmetrical? I don't know, but the motherboard's also highly symmetrical. So like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Low-key looks longer to me. Left low-key looks longer. Left low-key looks longer. Okay. Look, I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna start seating it in, and if it doesn't line up, I'll definitely see it once it's sliding on down. That for sure lines up. Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. You are very right. You are very right. I feel like you could have inferred that from the thumbnail, Speed Spectre. So, how many RAM slots does your motherboard have? Only 2. Your stream quality is not necessarily low. My stream quality is low. My internet is at the mercy of Mr. Musk. No, actually, to be in full honesty, it's probably because we've got these little mesh system that reroutes the internet across the house, and I think it kind of sucks. If it didn't click in, I haven't pushed it down yet. But the idea, right, is that I should push this down, and then the latch is going to like click in and it's going to pop back up. How I had to pull it down, it's going to pop back up. Don't worry, I'm here to help. I appreciate you, Squeeble. Built my first PC a year ago. Nice. It's not supposed to lock in easy. Wait, now that I'm here, I'm going to close the live streaming tab on Google because I reckon that's going to be taking up bandwidth. And it shouldn't do anything weird because there's a whole backend. Oh, wait, no, but is that going to cause my chats to go away as well? Huh? We'll see. Bang. Okay, let me know. Are we still here? We're still here. Does the chat still exist? Correct. I'm assuming that correct is referring to I can now push this down and it's just going to pop up. Okay, let's go. Oh yeah, that's doing it right. It's in. You guys doubted me. Okay. Thermalright Peerless Assassin or something. Yeah, that's right. That's the case. Oh wait. Oh no, that's the PC. That's the cooler. Yep. Wait, it's not a... Is it a Peerless Assassin? It is. Good memory. As long as it's lined up correctly, it will have 2 clicks. Oh no, it only had 1 click because there's only 1 clip. It only clips on one side. It's gonna be a little hard and it might feel like you're gonna break it, but don't worry. Yeah, we're in. Okay, ground myself. Do the other one. My phone is buzzing. I'll check that in a second. Alrighty, you. Where is... Oh, there we go. That there. Try and go down evenly on the left and right. And we're in. Lovely. Okay, why is my phone buzzing at me? Can I check notifications while this is going? You may lose visual for like 2 seconds. That's from my siblings group chat. That probably isn't urgent. It would probably be a phone call if it was urgent. One would have to assume. Alright, RAM. Not a problem for a guy like me. Alright, 1 click on each side. Yeah, we only have 1 side. Anyone else's stream tweaking a bit? No, it's just you. Your internet's broken. You should contact your provider. No, it's me. It's my fault. I deeply apologize. Loki, gotta go sleep. No problem. See ya, man. In fact, depending on when you wake up, you might be able to catch round 2, because there's no way I'm going to finish this. I've got like half an hour before I need to go play soccer. Constant stutters. Yeah, I'm on Starlink, but I'm on this Daco mesh network, and it's like reaching from one end of the house to the other with like 4 of these mesh units. It's convoluted and stupid. Yeah, I could try. You know what? I'll do this for round 2 of the stream. Oh, yeah, I'll try. Okay, so when I come back, because it could take me like half an hour on its own just to set up, and I wouldn't want to waste everyone's time like that. But before I come back, when we do the rest of the build, and don't worry, we're not ending yet, but when I do that, what I will do is I will check if I can hotspot to my phone and use that as the internet. And it is insane that might be faster, but it legitimately might be. Your room, low-key, looks like mine. Oh, really? Well, you haven't seen much of it by design, because there's things strewn about everywhere and things with my address on it. But Yeah, oh, by the way, that light not being on, you'd think, turn it on, it's going to make a difference. All it will do is add glare to the webcam. Can you do M2 or... You can do, okay, yeah. M2 sounds like a good way to go. Okay, M2 next. Is my address on the M2? No, we're good. We're good. Yes, I remember now. This came in a box. Okay. Surely... Actually, I don't even have the faintest clue where this goes. I'm failing to... Lock in, lock in. Is there more tape? There is. Okay. There needs to be a law about designing boxes where you've got to give it to like a top 10th percentile idiot and see if they can open your box in under 2 minutes. And if they can't, your design team has failed and you need to try again. Because maybe I am that top 10 percentile idiot, but like, why? Where's the seam on this thing? It's a continuous piece of cardboard. It's a wonder of modern engineering. Is it morning over there? No, it's afternoon. 5 p.m. Ugh. Note to self, do not read stream while opening a box. I'm sure it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Where on earth do you go? The picture is so unhelpful. It's like literally... What? Oh, here? Maybe? Don't panic if your cooler doesn't fit perfectly. Okay. Good, good to know. Just plugs in and can be screwed down or pushed into place. Oh, M2 socket. Socket 3. Are there multiple M2 sockets? I think there actually might be. Do I want to find one called M2 socket 1? Let me check the motherboard specs real quick. Storage. M2 1 slot. So I assume I want the one that supports PCI 5, although is my thing even PCI? PCI Gen 4 NVMe. Okay. Which slot do I need to use? Does it matter? It goes below your first PCIe slot. Can you trade RAMs for Bitcoin? Goes in the computer for sure. Okay. Alright, 2280 matches all of these. M21, M22. This is hieroglyphics. This is in fact hieroglyphics and not helpful. B650M layout. Let's start there. 650M, because there are supposedly 4 slots that I could be plugging this into, and I have found one of them under the grey-white plate below the CPU. Oh, like underneath this metal thing? don't want to... Underneath this here? Might be covered by the top cover. That's very cheeky of them. Okay. I came prepared. So how we all doing anyway? I've been so caught up in trying to find everything. Haven't even been able to make small talk, and I'm probably still not going to be able to because there's going to be a significant delay between what I say and any answers. So I take it any moment I'm going to get a message saying, yes, beneath that. If you had a Gen 5, then it didn't matter. Okay, cool. But I believe that I don't. That screw didn't come all the way up for some reason. It's probably a good call. Probably makes it a little more idiot-proof. Which I appreciate. I've come to appreciate that greatly for the parts of this build that have not been idiot-proofed. Okay. So there's a little rubber support under this spot. I take it I want to leave that there. I'm not meant to like... Oh wait, optional. Install the bundled rubber for M2 when installing a single-sided M2 module. Is this a single-sided M2 module? Linus will have the answers. Yes, I've forgotten what question I asked. Oh, is that people's... Bro, you know what's insane? I built my PC 1 year ago today. That is quite funny. Wrong button. Wrong button. Right button. There we go. Okay. So.
Pools or cable management pools if you can help it.
Wait.
We'll deal with the power for that later. For now, let's get to the fans themselves. Whether you're replacing existing fans or installing new ones, you'll need
SSDs and don't really have SSD is either SATA or supports installation instructions regardless. Heatsink from your motherboard if applicable. And for the love of all that's good, take off the protective film on the thermal pad now.
Okay.
So, next, make sure that the standoff is in the appropriate position. Most M.2 SSDs use the 80mm long 22.8 position. It may already be installed here, and if so, it may also have a very small Phillips screw inserted. You'll need to remove that.
Wait, take off the protective film, but not that rubber stuff. The rubber stuff seemed to want to come off. But that is the thermal... That's a thermal interface, right? I literally just clicked inside my OBS window on the video in the preview to try to pause the video. That is embarrassing. Personally wouldn't catch me admitting that. Okay, so I think I'm trying to separate, because there's the plastic and then there's the soft rubbery stuff under it. And I want to leave the rubbery stuff, right? Yeah, but the rubbery stuff really wants to come off and the plastic really doesn't. Oh, corners up. Okay. Very good, very good. Now, what were you saying?
You'll need to remove that Phillips screw before going any further, if so, but if you any position, it may are appropriate position. Most M.2 SSDs use the 80mm long 22.8 position. It may already be installed here, and if so, it may also have a very small Phillips screw inserted into it.
Okay, cool. No screw. Oh, because that was on the thermal. Yep. Okay, cool.
You'll
Free at first prison.
Changed delay by 2 minutes? That's a lot. If you refresh the stream now, it might still say live. Try refreshing the stream and tell me if it helps. Maybe. I know you're not gonna reach that instruction for another 2 minutes probably, but we'll see.
Visually line up the SSD's pin side with the slot, taking note of the notch that's cut into it. This should line up perfectly with a tab on the M.2 slot, and typically results in the SSD's label facing out. It's okay if your SSD has 2 notches, but your slot only has 1. This scheme means that the SSD is either SATA or supports 2 PCI Express lanes rather than 4. A special note for if your SSD has its own heatsink, the connector side will almost always be on the bottom of the heatsink, with the fins facing outwards. If your motherboard has a heatsink for this slot, you might want to remove the heatsink from your SSD now in order to use that instead. There's usually some clips on the side so you can just prise it apart to release it. There will be a gummy thermal pad on the inside that sticks to it, but no one I'm aware of glues these together, so it shouldn't be a big deal to get it free.
Alright, enough foreplay already. Angle the SSD by about 30 degrees or so relative to the slot and line it up.
Good morning, how's the building going? Slow, but steady.
Once you no longer see the pins, it should stand up freely on its own. From here, it's easier if you get the tiny Phillips screw on the tip of a magnetic screwdriver before going any further, because you'll need to push the SSD down flat against the standoff we installed earlier and hold it there while you screw it into place. Now you want to be careful with this screw. It's very thin, very fragile, and very easy to misplace. It also offends easily. Line it up and twist it counterclockwise until you feel a little click, then start turning it clockwise to tighten it. It only needs to be snug enough that the SSD no longer moves when you let it.
Okay, so here's my question. Because the spot where this screws down into was simultaneously one of the screw holes for this plate cover. So I need to do that at the same time, right? I guess it's not a question, it's more of an observation because there's no possible answer which isn't yes. Okay. This will be a little adventure. So I'm glad he mentioned the notch, although maybe I would have figured that out. Yeah, probably. Because really, it looks to me like that means that this is going in upside down compared to what I would have thought. But what do I know? 30 degrees. Okay. Oh, that doesn't even... So that's literally just held in place by elastic force, huh? Oh, yeah. It didn't fall onto anything. That was a clear part of the board, but far out. What is this screw doing? Can you stop being so weird? Whatever. Can I get these screws all the way out? Oh, there's threading on the thing. Right, okay, so there's threading on this as well. That explains it. Oh, but the threading on this is narrow. Okay, so... Where on earth did that go? Dropping screws. Okay. This part feels like it was made more difficult for no good reason. some motherboard manufacturers do that. Yeah, there must be another screw in motherboard. You know, the issue is that the bloody heat cover for the M2 slot, the screw which screws that down over the SSD is the same screw which holds it in place. So I've got to line them both up in one go, which I would rather not have to do, but oh well, who cares what I want. Wait, here's a thought. Can I line it up like this and then sort of, spin it into place? Oh, now we're thinking with portals. Okay. Well, stay right there. Okay, wait. Thanks. Nice and gentle. Gentle but firm is what I'm assuming. Okay. Check motherboard box for another screw, mind you. Well, the thing is, the other screw would have to be something that I could have screwed. We're in now. We're good. If there were another screw, I would be missing a spot to screw it into, unless the screw itself could be screwed into, which seems unlikely to me. But we're in. The thing looks flat. Whoa, okay. Alright, yeah. You can come off if you're gonna potentially bump on things. That's an unneeded stress. Yeah, she's nice and flat. Okay. Lovely. Just built a PC myself. Awesome. What specs were you running? Tell us about why RAM inflation happened. Look, I'm no economist, but essentially, AI is the bane of all things good, and they decided that since they need all of this memory, because their model is a hoax, which instead of actually using better methods to make breakthroughs and design better architectures so that they can run things faster, they just crunch more data and more memory for training and processing, and all of that is the way that they brute force it. In mathematics, my field of expertise, this is considered poor form. First startup, don't put the panel on yet. Okay. Can I safely install the graphics card with this just being like on the plastic on my desk? AI. Yeah. So AI, the data centers that they're running to actually do all of this training and processing and whatnot, they're the reason, like, they're buying up all of the RAM. So, and even Crucial, who has been like the biggest player in the game forever, has decided, screw our long-term loyal customers. We will no longer be selling to the general population. We will be selling exclusively direct to these. What cooling are you using? I'm using the Peerless Assassin. So let's wait. Sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained. when you say we're going to start this up, and yes, I have heard of starting it up for the first time outside of the box, it makes sense to me. What are these camera angles? This high quality production. I got lighting and everything. It's a random light bulb. I don't know where it came from. I blew one up, and then the other one worked. RAM manufacturers reduced RAM production to produce different kinds of RAM for AI data centers, causing shortage. Is that true? I didn't realize that the manufacturers were partially to blame. I thought they were just all getting bought up from the start. Maybe that's a new wave of issues. Okay, so anyways, where was I? So when we go to turn this on, we've got to like run all of the cables, right? Of course. So what, we just wire things up with a little bit of spaghetti wiring, and then when we transfer it to the case, we've got to do all of our cable management a second time. Am I understanding that correctly? No one's answered yet because my stream's on too much of a delay. Let's lift and move. That seems much safer. Okay, so fan. GPU is last. Yep. Oh no, yeah, I'm just asking. For when I'm thinking ahead. Okay, we're going to open the fan, we're going to talk about the fan, and then I'm probably going to have to go before we actually get to install the fan. And then I'll be back in a few hours, and I will, CPU cooler is next. Very good, very good. And I will muck about with internet and trying to get lesser stream delay for when we come back and do the next part. But let's get the fan open, let's talk about the fan. So, specs. We are running a... Okay, so the things that are important. Our graphics card is a 4070 Super. Our CPU is an AMD 7700. We already have one PC set up. Yeah, so I'm streaming this from a PC. This PC is like 10 years old. It's got a 1070 in it, and 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM. And the CPU is like a i7 4700K, I want to say. All of that is to say, it does not hold up for modern games when they are optimized in the fashion that Marvel Rivals is, which is to say that it's not optimized at all. Love from Jamaica, it's 1 AM here. Pokey Tech. Man, great to have you. Appreciate you big time. It's his first build. Yeah, so it's my first build in the sense that I have never built one before. That was a pre-built. Please peel... Oh, right, so this goes face down. Okay. I understand. Micron shut down their brand Crucial to use that for production capacity for faster and better types of RAM for data centers. Yes. Literally just blew my motherboard? No. Oh, what happened? Dude, I feel for you. How'd that happen? It's extra work, but it's much better to first start. I didn't and had to take the whole build out to fix the motherboard issue. Okay, yep. So, I definitely missed a message about the answer to the cabling stuff. Then install your board into the case and plug in the cables from the PSU into the board. Wait. Get your CPU cooler situated, then install your board into your case. This person's telling me to put the board in, but other people have told me not to. So I'm going to err on the side of safety and not do the board until... Wait, we're not... We're going to do a startup outside of the case, I think. Just screw the heatsink onto the socket around the CPU and attach the fans onto the sink after. Dude, that's no problem, Squeeble. Thank you for being around up until now. It's been great to have you. Okay, so... How long have I got? Like 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to leave this for later. I'm going to get myself dressed and ready for soccer. I'm going to go play. We're playing against the top team in our mixed division. Apparently they've been smoking everyone. So we'll probably lose that. That'll be a good bit of fun. Then we're going to play first division, men's. And we'll see how we go there. Maybe we'll win. 16 gigabytes DDR4 in this economy. No, that's my last build. Dude, let me tell you, I had to sell half of my kidneys. No, it was 430 Australian dollars for what I've got, which is 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, CL30. Man, did I spend a long time looking for a good deal on this stuff, and man, did no one on Facebook Marketplace want to message me back. And so instead, I bought it straight off of Amazon, bit the bullet, freaking sucked, man. I got a 5600X 6750 XT 32 gigabytes DDR4 2600 megahertz. That's nice, man. Don't forget the thermal paste. I will not forget the thermal paste. Watch me now go play my soccer games, come back and forget the thermal paste. But no, I'm not going to forget the thermal paste. But I am going to be forced to pick a lane on, like, that's like a whole thing, right? The pattern that you put the thermal paste on, that's controversial. So I'm told. Built it about a year ago. Nice. So that's an appreciating asset, as I understand it. You sell that RAM now and you're in the green. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to leave this exactly as it is. And then I'm going to come back. I'm going to check my mobile data plan to find out how viable it is for me to stream. Even they first started outside. Yes, I did see that. But they also said to put the motherboard on top of your box so that you can install the GPU, but I know I'm getting ahead of myself. So yeah, I'm going to come back. I'm going to look at streaming through my phone instead of my home Wi-Fi, because my home Wi-Fi is sucking. What's up? We're about to end stream, but we're going to be back in, let's see, my second game is at 7:15, I think. 7:15, the game's going to be done by 8. It's nearly 6. It's done by 8. Then we travel back for half an hour. In about 3 hours, we're going to come back. We're going to start up the stream again, and I'm going to finish the build. You ever watch Linus Tech Tips? I've been known to watch Linus Tech Tips. Let me finish reading that comment. I reapplied the thermal paste, reinstalled the fan. My best guess is a bit of metal stripped on the screw and shorted it. I benched the power supply and it was fine, but it's just buzzing and not turning on. Dude, man, I hope you get that sorted out. Here's to... Fingers crossed that there's, like, not something damaged. I mean, like, have you checked everything? It's not just,